It's your boy Mo Brown.
Your boy Van Deezy.
And we are the Upstate New York Knicks fans. Welcome to the Upstate New York Knicks podcast, where we give you the Knicks take north of Westchester. We are located and recording live from 315, Syracuse, New York.
Juice.
Both born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Now we up here, but you can take us out the city. But the garden is in the heart forever.
And never and ever.
This podcast is produced by Smooth Family Entertainment.
That's us.
SFE. Check us out on Twitter at Smooth Family ENT. Also, be sure to follow the podcast on all the social medias Upstate _ Knicks. And then follow both of us at MoBreezy213 and at Frostmon Guru.
That's me.
This was a weird little week as a Knicks fan. We've seen a lot, but let's get into it. So this was a week.
What a week. Is it always a week or is it not?
This week was more of a week off court than on court.
It was.
And on court was still a wild week. That's how much happened off court. We're going to talk about all of it, but, you know,
This was a great week for Knicks content creators.
Yes.
Knicks Twitter was in shambles.
So much content.
Tibbs was being a maniac.
Jalen got sold.
Got
crazily.
sold, and he was cooking.
And he was cooking. He heard the slander. He heard them say
It was told.
It was told.
Slander was told, and he said,
He said,
intriguing.
Okay, bet. I'm about to give y'all chips.
All week.
And then our cross-water rivals, New Jersey Nets, on cue implosion.
Oh, we love it. We love it.
Hey, we're going to talk about it.
We stand it. We appreciate it.
4 years. One playoff series win.
Just one.
Tough.
Just one.
Super duper tough. All that talking. Really nasty. But yeah, we're going to get into it.
Give us one win.
So we played the Heat, the Clippers, and the Sixers since we last spoke. 3 close games. 3 really close games. But yeah, we gonna break them down. You ready?
So we both predicted a 1-2 week.
This is true. And we were both
wrong,
but close.
Very.
We were very close to 3-0.
No week we was.
But we was also very close to 0-3. Each of these games could have gone left.
Bro, what a week. It was nuts.
It was really a wild west, but I'm happy we got the dubs, man. I'll start off in Miami.
Beat the Heat.
Beat the Heat.
Beat the Heat.
So this game was an odd game timing wise because, you know, coming off the Lakers game, you know, the spirits was low.
Pain.
RJ had got benched the game before. So, you know, he came out with a energy on one side of the ball. And that energy showed. But this game, was this when Jalen didn't play, right?
So we got a late scratch from Jalen.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson.
Non-COVID illness.
Non-COVID illness. I was not thrilled about that.
They didn't tell us what it was. We never get nothing.
Strange. This was also fresh off the heels of
Snub.
The All-Star snub. First of all, congratulations to Julius Randle.
Yes. Gotta give my guy his flowers. Impressive.
Two-time All-Star. Gotta give him his flowers.
Yeah.
He definitely deserved it. My guy deserved it as well, but
Brunson.
It was nasty work.
Let the record show I've been back on the Julius train since game
3.
Mm-hmm. I saw it coming.
You did.
The presence of a point guard means so much for him. And we have a point guard.
Clearly.
And honestly, he's playing better this year because our point guard play is better than it was 2 years ago. And I love Derek, but Derek 2 years ago is not Jalen Brunson right now.
This year.
It's just not.
It's tough.
But this game was an interesting one stat line wise. So great RJ game offensively. I'm going to talk about it on the defensive end. 30 points on 23 shots. Did have 8 boards, and some of those 8 boards did matter. Down the stretch, I don't know if y'all remember watching this game, but with both teams in the last 2 minutes were trying their absolute hardest to sell.
They give the game to each other.
It was really bonkers watching. I want to say RJ had 2 turnovers in one play. He just kept throwing it into the traffic, and I'm like, dog, just hold the ball. Like, stop doing this. But yeah, no, it was really nasty. Good Julius game. 23, 10 boards, 6 assists.
Another 20, 10, and 5 games for one Julius Randle.
3
Apparently,
steals.
that's his bag, Mr. 20, 10, and 5.
It is. He almost got the quadruple double. He had 6 assists, but yeah, 7 turnovers.
7 turnovers.
Really nasty work.
Newsflash, I don't think this is his only 7 turnover game of this week.
It might not be, but I don't know. I'm not looking. So this game, I'm going to give him a pass because it was no Brunson. And I've said this before. Julius Randle is not a point forward. In his head, he thinks he's a point forward. He is not. He is a large Kobe Bryant. That's what he is. He's a scorer.
In his head, he is a scoring Draymond Green.
Yeah.
In his head.
Yes, in his head. But in reality, that is not the case. He's not a good passer. He's a good skip passer, like that second
an assist
pass.
hunter.
Yes. And he was exposed. But, and I'm going to bring this up later, you know, Miami's a really good defensive team, and I'm going to give them some credit too. They know, like, the scouting report on Julius is really easy. If you trap him, he's going to try and make the cross-court pass. So just whoever's far side, just wait. just wait. It's coming. And they just was.
It is coming.
It's coming. You know it's coming.
It is coming.
If he's on the left elbow, bring the trap, and whoever's on the right wing, just know. At some point, the ball is going to come flying across your face. And they did 7 times. But yeah, no, good game. RJ, great game. Quentin Grimes. Quentin stepped up. He finally, so he wasn't hitting.
My guy is Mike.
Yeah, he started hitting.
My guy is Mike. That's all I'm saying. My guy might be Mike. You might be Mike.
It's funny how much better of a team we are when Quentin Grimes hits his shot. It's that simple.
He's always open.
Because he's always open.
Always open.
Always.
It's ridiculous.
You just have to make wide open threes. And he did at a high clip. 3 for 5.
King.
And it just changed the game. It opens up the floor for, you know, folks to work in the paint. And then he gets 3 points. Like, that's good too. Like, the spacing helps.
One thing I give my guy Untouchable Q is that when he is not on, it don't affect his game. Yeah. He might stop pulling, which I don't want him to do. Mm-hmm. I never want him to do that. Form's too good. Keep pulling. I don't care. Go 1 for 9. But it don't affect other aspects of his game, and I love that about him. I really do. Like when he's not on, he's still playing defense. Mm-hmm. He's still trying to guard the best player, and he's still trying to get the best shot. Mm-hmm. I want to say, is this the Quentin Dime game? I feel like was this the Quentin Dime game?
Was it? I don't know.
It might have been this one or the Clippers one, but when he hit hardest time with the
with the over the shoulder. I don't know when that was.
It was either this game or the other game.
This game,
I'm checking the highlights, so it is not in here. So it's probably the Clippers game.
But. Okay, copy. But no, this game, I miss Mitchell Robinson. So I miss Mitchell Robinson.
I always miss Mitch.
I've been saying this.
Underpaid.
I said it since the OKC game.
Underpaid,
yeah.
Underpaid.
We got to steal 4 years, $60 million because our defense without him is atrocious. But down the stretch, Hart and Sims, they had nothing for Bam Adebayo. And I never thought of Bam Adebayo as that
32.
guy. He was just giving chips.
32. And he was coming down the court. He came down the court like 5 straight times and hit the bucket. And I was like, all right,
he was JoJo.
Right, stop this. Stop this now.
I didn't know.
This is ridiculous.
I felt like the Shaq meme where it's like, I apologize. I didn't know your game. I was not familiar with your game.
Don't get it twisted. Bam is good. Bam is real good.
Is he 32?
I don't know if he's 32
he had 32
good.
On 16 shots.
That's all-star Bam Adebayo, by the way.
Yeah. Congratulations.
They didn't even give Jimmy the legacy all-star like they usually do. It's over for Jimmy. And I love Jimmy. Love me some Jimmy buckets. Yeah. I got a shout out. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Plug.
The Quentin Grimes experience this week.
Yeah.
The San Quentin Penitentiary.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Yo, Jimmy, my nigga, I hate it. Had to be him.
Yeah, he had to throw him up in
there. Man.
Yeah, that was tough.
James G. Buckets.
Another victim.
Welcome.
Another victim.
Welcome to the San Quentin Penitentiary. Yes. It was GG's.
It was GG's.
He was clamping Jimmy up something disgusting. I was like, what is going on? This is Jimmy Butler.
Threw him in a blender.
Oh, my God. Every time, it was just very tough for Jimmy all night. It was just so tough for Jimmy. And I felt bad for Jimmy because Jimmy, if y'all don't know, is my guy.
This is true.
Through and through. Love me some James G. Buckets.
The quintessential Tibbs guy.
Yes.
The number one hard worker. I'm going to beat you off of effort. And
yes. But what Quentin Grimes did to him was damn near criminal. He put that man in jail.
High stakes prison.
And left it up to Bam Adebayo. And
Bam took the challenge.
Almost did it.
Yeah.
He almost did it. Because we could talk about the fact that we're going to get to it. We almost sold at the end of the game.
Calm.
Up 5.
Calm.
5 seconds left. They slandered Julius for taking the free 2. I'm kind of slandering him a little bit for taking the free 2 as well. Because there was literally no one by him and we had 5 seconds left and he literally could have dribbled out the clock. Like no one was going for him.
He could have, but I feel like me watching Julius Randle for the past 3 years, it was much more likely he was going to dribble into the corner, get trapped, get the ball stolen, or they was going to foul him and he was going to break 2 free throws.
Those are possibilities.
I know who
Those are possibilities.
Who Julius Randle is.
I'm not super slandering Julius for that. Like, you take the points if it's there.
Like, I get it.
I'm really slandering Tibbs because
Tibbs
and out of timeout plays are literally like,
especially in the fourth.
Especially in the last 30 seconds.
What play are you drawing up in this situation? And then it's annoying because we have some really good off the ball players. Like Quentin Grimes moves without the ball very well. RJ Barrett moves very well.
Yes.
Jalen Brunson, even though he wasn't playing, but quickly moves very well. And we don't use none of that. We just give the ball to Julius and it's like, good luck. And that's just not smart.
Nuts. It's absolutely nuts. It's absolutely nuts. It doesn't make sense to me. It still doesn't make sense to me. And it's not going to make sense to me. Tom Thibodeau, you are a maniac. Your logic does not logic at all.
It's not math. But we gave Bam his flowers. I kind of want to give Tyler Hero his flowers, but
so just to preface this, Breezy is a very anti-hero. Very anti-hero.
Tyler Hero. He's a bubble champion.
Bubble
champion.
He has been saying that Tyler Hero is not him.
He is.
I think that a lot of it comes from Twitter. Twitter, first of all, because Twitter has the capability to make people seem better than they actually are.
This is true.
There's definitely been some Tyler Hero, RJ Barrett comps.
Yes.
And as RJ's number one fan, I could see. I knew that this name was going to be there. I said it on the last pod. I don't even know we even really peeped it, but I was like, yo, this is the Tyler Hero Bowl, and I know you got this name for Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero, he played okay. He played okay. Almost GG'd us crazy.
Yeah. If he would have made that, I would have gave him his flowers.
I'd have been mad as hell.
But I knew he wasn't making that. He's not clutch. He's not built like...
He's not Jimmy.
He's not Jimmy. He's not even RJ. I don't really watch Tyler Hero like that. I'm not going to act like I'm the biggest Tyler Hero fan, but like down the stretch in the playoffs, I have not... There was never a moment where I was like, yo, y'all got to guard Tyler Hero. Like, he's not him.
To be fair, Tyler Hero has big moments in the playoffs, but that's because they leave him open because Jimmy Butler is him.
And Bam Adebayo. And it's like, of course you're going to get points. And he's coming off the bench. Like, he's an exaggerated Emmanuel Quickley. He's an Emmanuel Quickley with more responsibility to score.
And more money.
For now. But I digress. I was happy that RJ showed up on the offense.
Y'all some bums.
Proud of Sims. Sims fought. Plus minus plus 16. I want to say he was a team high. And his stat line was absurd. 0 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist.
Jail.
Plus minus plus 16. You got to work really hard to do that, and he did. This is a game we won by 2.
Yes.
And he had a plus minus plus 16. So.
Yes.
He was doing something right on the court. He was altering shots, and I got to give him his flowers. It won't show up on the stat sheet, but he did his thing.
Oh, man. I got to give one more person his flowers before we move on.
Okay.
So, unspoken hero, my guy, your guy, one Deuce McBride.
Deuce.
Big Deuce Hive.
This was a big Deuce.
So this was Deuce week.
Yeah,
like we're gonna talk about my man Deuce was really Deuce was honestly, hooping this week.
He need his own segment. Really.
Deuce was hooping this week. Deuce heard the slander. I'm putting it on the table. Deuce heard the slander. Deuce, I was a part of the slander. Yes. I apologize.
All of the trade rumors is we gotta get scoring off the bench.
We gotta get somebody to replace the Deuce minutes.
The Deuce minutes.
Deuce heard it.
Deuce said,
Deuce really heard it. I respect that. I respect that. I feel like Deuce heard the slander and said, bet. Everything was good this week. Everything was good. I was like, and he was in
clamping.
And not only was he clamping, the shots he was taking were not like in rhythm shots. They were pull up. I'm pulling in your grill type shots, and it's time.
Yes,
and that's the Deuce I know from the G League. Yeah. And if he's getting ready to show up, I don't know. I don't know. I might get a little. You might find me hard pressed to just give up my Deuce minutes like that. Like
we're gonna talk about it in the Sixers game, but the Sixers game is the game that Leon Rose and I dreamed of when we didn't trade everybody for one player that shall not be named.
Leon Rose breezy dream.
But like our bench and our depth just showed crazy. But yeah, that's all I got from the Heat game. I'm ready to talk about LA if you are, because
I was mad as hell, y'all.
Yeah, this was a rage builder. So I'm going to just start. I'm going to say it out the gate. This was not a good game for Rowan Barrett Jr. on either end of the court. Honestly, this might have been his worst game of the year.
This was his absolute worst game of the year.
Yeah.
He was so bad. Oh, my God. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get more into it in the Rowan Report. But he just stood out so, like, oh, man.
He was 1 for 8 from 3, and that one was in the fourth. That one was in that run we had during the fourth. So most of the game, they was just punching us. They really was just thoroughly cooking us for like 44 minutes. And
I wouldn't even say that. So I would say
I would. But
the beginning of the game, the first quarter of the game, really, they was punching us. Like they was putting us. It was like 34-12, and I was like, damn, we suck. We really. And I knew this was a calendar L. I'm like, Kawhi in town. I knew they was gonna play. They was gonna low manage the MSG, the Garden game.
We never get the low manage.
No,
LeBron,
we not getting, and we're not.
We got LeBron and Anthony Davis.
Could you imagine?
And then we got Kawhi and Paul George.
Just the business interest of playing when you in New York. That's like, unless you injured, you playing when you in New York. Like, there's too many eyes on you.
Yeah.
So
star-studded.
Yeah, Claw came out. He was hooping.
He was Claw.
Him and Paul George was hooping.
Yeah.
But we kept fighting back, and I give us credit. Give us credit.
We a scrappy team.
Jalen Brunson.
Yep.
Him and up the whole game. Oh man, he kept us in the game.
Yeah. 41 points on 19 shots.
Yeah, the bench kept us in the game.
This was Jalen's first game from the All-Star snub, and it felt like it. It felt like he was like, "Oh, I'm not an All-Star." All right. He really.
It was as if Jalen Brunson looked at the All-Star list and saw individuals that he thought he was better than, and said, "Oh,
I got to remind the world."
I've clearly forgot. 14 for 19 from the field, ladies and gentlemen. 14
very efficient
from 19 from the field.
5 for 7 from 3.
That is a game. That is a game.
Shooting. Cooking.
Don't be mistaken.
Inside, outside.
Don't be mistaken.
Making his free throws. The boy was hooping.
He was hooping.
I'll give him his flowers. 1 turnover as the ball dominant point guard in the all ISO offense with 41 points. Very impressive. I wish we could have got this win for him.
Yes.
Because he had a game.
And we had it. So once again, the New York Knickerbockers proved to us, their fans who pay money to support them. We buy our merch. We buy their merch. We pay for their overpriced refreshments and
dogs
and tickets, concessions. They've once proven to us that for the first, I'm going to say, 2 hours and 20 minutes of the game, which I'm going to equate to about 46 minutes and 30 seconds of the game, of game time, that just throw that out the window. It doesn't even matter. Honestly, we should really just check up game 5, 1 minute, 30 seconds at the end of the game, because the 46-30 does not matter when you play in the New York Knicks or when we're playing anybody else, because the only thing that matters is the last minute and a half.
Yeah. We're competing with, that's a good problem to have, but it's annoying because we sell a lot.
Most of the problem.
But
so the New York Knicks,
we compete with everybody.
So the New York Knicks currently lead the league in overtime games.
I believe that. 0-6. Was it 1? What is our record? It's not. I think
we're 3-6.
3-6.
3-6 in overtime.
Nasty.
We have lost 6 overtime games, including this game.
Yes.
So I'm gonna give our guys credit. So we rallied at the end.
Yes. We took the lead. We
went
up 3.
The lineup was what was the lineup? I know it was Jalen Hart in the Hart in the starters, right?
Yeah.
We rallied back. The bench got us back in it.
Yep.
They sure did. Obadiah, yo, sneaky. Obadiah Curry. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When he pulls, I'm starting to think everything is chips now. Yeah. I'm getting to the point. I'm getting to the point where even I like the form.
The miss was like a logo shot. Like, I was like, dog, you back there.
No, but everything. Corner OB? Yeah. Corner OB is chips.
It's chips.
You know, we might as well just charge that up. If he's in the corner, that's chips. That's 3.
Chips.
That's 3. Go play defense.
I don't know why we don't start this man at center and just like, we not guarding nobody in the paint anyway. Like, come on.
You would have to fully commit to offense, and we have a defensive coach.
We do.
That's something that Ty Lue would do. Ty Lue would look at this team and be like,
you know what? Let's switch it up.
Ty Lue is a genius. I'm not gonna lie. I got a lot of respect for Ty Lue. Ty Lue make decisions that Ty Lue be dragging bums to the playoffs.
Steve Kerr, many teams, but no, I'll give Ty Lue his flowers.
You mean Ty Lue drove the Clippers to the playoffs with Schmurda, with Reggie Schmurda hooping at point guard, averaging 20 points a game last year. He's good.
Norman Powell was cooking us too. Annoyingly,
the Chips Mahoy, apparently six man of the year, aka Chips Mahoy, Norman Powell.
He caught a body too.
Oh my God, he bodied Julius Randle.
One of the nastiest.
Why he caught Julius like that? I'm not gonna lie to you. I knew it was gonna happen too. I saw it happening, and I didn't think he was gonna boom it. I thought he was gonna lay him. I thought he was gonna lay him, but then I saw how he rose, and I was like, oh, he gonna try to violate this man. He gonna try to violate, and then he caught it, and then it was clean, and it was strong, and it was nasty. It was like Julius got all of it. His hand is up. Nigga caught him in his face. Like, I was like, oh man, that's bad work.
It was terrible.
That's bad work.
It was really bad. I felt so bad when it happened because Julius, he rotated late. You can't rotate late in this league.
Nah.
You can't. It's the NBA. If you rotate.
In 2023, somebody's getting boomed on at least twice a week. It's twice a week. It's twice a week you have a quality. Like, Julius boomed on 2 people in 1 week. Like, that it is a high probability that you might see 2 highlight dunks in a week. You're just trying to avoid being one of them.
Yes. Yeah.
And Julius Randle could not.
He could not.
I want to talk about the last minute.
Let's hear it.
So we was rallying back. Once again, give Julius his props. He found Quentin in the cut. Chips, Mahoy.
What? Boy, shooting again.
We come down, play defense. My man Jalen come down, hit the floater.
Yep.
Floater. We up 3 points. We up 3 points. Okay. This was pain.
How much time left?
This was pain.
This was pain.
This was pain.
This was pain because I knew it was coming.
This was pain.
You ever watch like a replay of a car crash when like you know the car is about to crash?
Yes.
But you have to watch it and it's just the most cringe, awkward. I knew it was about to happen.
I'm telling you. So there's 18 seconds left, right? Okay. They coming down. Paul George goes. He misses the shot, right? Rowan had the board, but he did not box out.
Tough.
Of course, who boxes out though? Only Kawhi Leonard.
This is true. Very good at sport.
Extremely good at sport. He gets in the corner. He swings it. He swings it to the top of the key. I don't remember who was at the top of the key, but they swing it to. Oh, I think it was Paul George. My fault. Okay. Paul George at the top of the key. I thought Paul George was got the pull, but no. Paul George has high basketball IQ. He sees Nicholas Batum right there. Nicholas Batum pulls. Chips.
Good look too. That was a good.
It was good. I knew it was good. When it left him, I was like OT. When it left his hand, I was like OT. It looked too good.
When it left his hand, I was like L. I knew we took too much energy on the comeback, and I was like, we have nothing left in the tank.
And that's the problem when you coming back against good teams. Like that's why I needed that. I needed us not to go to OT. I needed that rebound, Rowan. And that's not the reason why we lost, but it's like, damn, like it's the little things that separate the wins and the losses. So I mean, I wasn't super mad about this game. Like I applauded the effort. It's a calendar L. I knew he would lose this game, but damn, I wanted it.
Once I saw we had both of them, I was like, this is gonna be rough.
Yeah.
And then like early in the game, you could just see they was hunting out RJ, and I like RJ, Kawhi Leonard.
Hunting him.
Kawhi Leonard,
mid-range king.
The only reason Kawhi Leonard is not in like MVP talks or any of that is because he doesn't care. He doesn't want to play the regular season.
He takes games off.
He takes
he got PTO.
Half the season off. Yeah, he uses his PTO liberally.
He just don't talk about it like Uncle Drew. Like he just don't talk about it. He just take his PTO.
He just takes the PTO and he just doesn't play. And when he does play, he does this. The man had 35 points. 4 steals.
A very calm. Why? You know when Kawhi scored, like every time Kawhi scored mad buckets, you be like, "Yo, how you get 35, bro?" Like
12 for 12 from the free throw.
calm, just calm, chilling,
just being better at sport. And then Paul George with a quiet 30 on 16 shots, and I know exactly how they did this. I know.
I saw it.
I saw it with
my own eyes.
They hunted him out. It was so bad to watch.
It was at a point in time. I literally said it in the chat. I was like, wow, they are really
they just seeking him out.
Seeking out Rowan. Like they are calling for the screen of Rowan. Whoever Rowan guarded.
Yes.
Yeah, bring him over here. Bring him over here because I want him. 2 points.
It was so hard to watch. But I kind of saw it coming early, just in that RJ just has not been defending lately, and there's no way it's not showing up on the scouting report.
Someone says otherwise, but
it's no way it's not showing up on the scouting report because they are just it's intentional. It's not a coincidence. It's not rotating late.
But they say Jalen Brunson is the worst defender on the team. That's a duh. I knew that would be the case when we signed him.
I don't know.
They say RJ Barrett is the second worst. That's what Clyde said on national television. like Clyde Frazier, Clyde Frazier, our guy, Nick Legend, Chip, the last Chip, like my guy. Yeah. Clyde said, "Yo, RJ has the distinction of being the worst defender on the team." Like this, that's what the stats say. This is an OG. He had to go look at the paper. Like he saw it with his eyes and he said, "Nah. I gotta go check the analytics." And the analytics backed up what his eyes said.
Yeah.
And that's nasty work. Getting called up by Clyde for a defensive point guard, pass first point guard is like, yo.
Yeah, that's nasty.
That's nasty work.
Nasty work. But they got it. It was in the Garden. The Stars show up in the Garden, and
they always do.
We gave 2 players 75
points. They
always
do.
And that won't do it 65 points. My math was off. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to talk about this game in the Rowan Report. So I'm going to save some for there. But 1 for 8 from 3 ain't going to do it.
All right. Let's move on. All right. So this was the highlight of the week.
This was the highlight.
Shout outs to this game not being on a Monday and Tuesday because y'all know if we record, take the under on the Knicks.
This is true. Also, shout out ESPN for absolutely selling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Y'all gonna get some Slander ESPN. Why are we watching the Pro Bowl? The end of the Pro Bowl?
It's on. Tell one why is the Pro Bowl
on television.
television.
On ESPN, on main ESPN.
That is for NFL Network.
Bro, that is for ESPN 4. Like, what are you doing? Nobody wants to watch the Pro Bowl.
Nobody trying to watch
they saw the Pro Bowl.
I
saw like 5 people in the stands at the Pro Bowl. I was like, oh, this is GG's for the Pro Bowl.
Where was the Pro Bowl this year?
Who cares? No one cares about the Pro Bowl. Nobody's watching the Pro Bowl.
Ain't nobody tracking that. Really nasty, but the game got started, and then right out the gate, I ain't gonna hold you. I was ready to turn it off.
Yes. Yes.
I was ready to turn it off.
I knew what time it was early, too. I was like, oh, man.
I was ready to turn it off.
JoJo and Jim Harden are cooking us up.
Cooking us up. Y'all know I think JoJo is the MVP. Not only do I think he's the best player in the sport.
Yes, he is.
And I think there's a little space between him and Giannis now. Just he's shooting. He's pulling. Like he can shoot well. But
I think it's between him and Giannis. I think it's between him and Giannis.
I think he got a little space now. But that's neither here nor there. We had no answer for him early. Honestly, we ain't have no answer for him late. But
he was just him.
Yeah, he is him. He is him, and I'm gonna talk about it a little more in detail on the Rowan Report. But the top heavy teams, they have been punching us. Like when their starters are on the court versus off the court, it was a game. We won the game by 11, and Joel Embiid had a plus 18 in a game that we won by 11 too.
Double-digit Knick victory.
Double-digit victory. And JoJo had a plus 18, which is hard to do. That means when he was on the court, they were 18 points better than us.
And they scored under 100 points.
Yeah. That means when he was off the court, they were, 29 points worse. That means if he didn't play, this was a 29-point blowout, which is real.
Yes.
But this was a really good game by our bench. I'm going to shout out Deuce, obviously, because I'm Deuce Hive, plus 34.
Team
high
Deuce
plus 34. Honestly, I think this might be a season high. I don't think anybody's gotten plus 30 yet.
That boy Deuce was cooking.
Both ends. Jail.
Jail?
What was it, Maxey?
Jail and Curry.
And Curry. Just jailing. Just shooting and jailing. Like he said, San Quentin is open. Bet. We gonna open San Deuce. We locking everybody up. And boy, did he ever. But the real unsung hero of this game, not even unsung. This was the hero.
He was sung.
He's
fully sung.
Hemming it up. Evan Fournier.
Big Ev.
Shooting 5 for 8 from 3. Up in his trade value. One night only.
The one night only special.
One night only special. I love me some Evan Fournier off the bench.
The Swan song.
I love Evan off the bench. We gonna talk about it, but
we are.
I know folks want to move him.
I don't know if y'all gonna get me to get rid of
they
Evan
gonna cancel
this quickly.
This might be the last episode of this podcast after y'all hear this.
I'm seeing something.
I like him in this role.
I'm seeing something.
This is a good role for him.
It might be.
This is a good role for him because he can just
really might be.
Like, it's just natural. Scorer, and we need scoring off the bench. And it's like a really good fit. Him and Deuce are kind of perfect together because Deuce works. Like, he works on offense. Like, he's serviceable. He gonna hit threes every now and again. But, like, Deuce not about to break down the defense, go crazy, nothing like that.
He not.
And on the flip side of that, Evan, he's going to be scrappy on defense. He going to work hard. He going to jump some passing lanes maybe, but his legs don't move laterally well. He's just slow that way. He just can't do it. Like Derek. He's a little better on defense than Derek.
Yes.
But when you put them together, Deuce and Evan, that's the sauce. That's the sauce. Them two boys was cooking up. Nothing but flowers. Them two hit 8 threes. Just those two. Good heart game. Sneaky good heart game.
2 and 14. 14 boards against Joel Embiid.
That's tough
to do.
Have a
day, Hart. Have a day.
That's tough to do.
That's some tough boarding. He was boarding too. Like he was snatching boards out the air. I was like, okay.
Yes.
This is the Hart I thought I was paying for.
Yes. This is the Hart that you sold me on.
Yes.
That you had me thinking was coming.
Now, if I could get my man in the high post, I might not want to trade him no more. I'm not going to lie. If you could get that man in the high post, just give him the ball in the high post. I'm telling you.
Let him work. But yeah, no, Hart, my only thing with Hart is the stupid fouls. He had the 2 dumbest fouls back to back in the fourth quarter. And I just was like, why are you doing this? Like, he just was like headbutting to Joel Embiid. And I'm like, dog, why?
The crazy thing is that Hart is also young too. Like, I think that a lot of people don't even recognize how young he is. Like,
he's young in the face.
He's young. Like, I think he's like 25.
Like 25, yeah.
Yeah, he's a young boy. He's still learning. He's still learning.
He gonna get we finding our groove. Like, this game really, so I said it earlier, this game was the game that showed our depth. Like, I've been saying we're a deep team. I really do. I think 5 to 12, we're one of, if not the best teams in the league. The problem is we just don't play people at all. We don't use the depth. And instead of using the depth, we typically choose to just run folks into the ground. But RJ didn't play today, and he didn't play yesterday, whenever this game was. And that put Evan in the lineup. And when Evan's given his opportunity, he stay ready.
He do stay ready.
Consummate professional. I give him all the flowers. That's hard to do.
I'm gonna give one Tomas his credit. I think I averaged one Tomas compliment per 3 episodes.
This is it.
This was the best coach game Thomas Thibodeau coached in a very long time.
Very long time. He had the sauce this day.
This was the sauce. I mean, the broken clock is right.
He made some decisions.
He did. He made a choice.
It was a big decision.
You said it. Deuce
over IQ.
That's
down the stretch. That's a choice.
That's a choice.
That was like, the coaches was like, "You sure?" And he was like, "Yeah, he's hot." Like, it was one of those, because that takes some gusto to do, and I respect him for having the courage to do it
with RJ out.
With RJ out. So my favorite thing about this game, y'all know I'm always talk about the minutes disparity. I am.
It's nasty work.
It usually is. Tonight, not as nasty. This was one of the more balanced games, and it was more just that Evan got red hot. You couldn't take him out, and then him and McBride just was playing too good. You couldn't do nothing with it. But Jalen had 39 minutes. You don't want to see that, but we regularly go in the 40s, so we'll take it. Next was Julius with 34, and then everybody else was kind of in here. You got Jericho 22, Quickly 28, Quentin 30, McBride 23, 26 for Hart. Like, that's a good balance. That's good, That, like, folks get to rest when they come back in.
You said the brother had the sauce. He did.
He had the sauce. I'll give him his flowers. This was a really well-coached game. I like that we throw multiple bodies at Joel Embiid, because you can't stop Joel Embiid. It's nothing you can do. You just got to make him work hard and hope he's tired down the stretch. And we kind of had that. Like, that did happen. There was no minivan. That was good. He went 0 for 4.
A minivan. Minivan. Not it.
I'm crying. But I was definitely...
That man had a one-night special last game.
I was definitely worried about that going in.
I was worried about Jim Harden.
Did not happen. PJ Tucker scored more than he usually does.
It goes without saying.
Let's hear it.
The second member of the San Quentin Penitentiary, one Jim Harden.
Jim
had to go to jail.
Tough.
12 points.
Tough.
That boy Quentin clamps.
Tough.
He clamps up. It's over. I'm not gonna lie. If my man find his groove, if my man find the 3, because the 3, all the 3s is gonna do is make him want to clamp more.
Yeah.
And that's the dangerous part.
Yes.
Because all we're seeing right now is a limited Quentin Grimes it'll shoot it slow. Yeah. I think the best version of Quentin Grimes is 12 points a game on 3 for 5 shooting.
That's what we need to see.
All chips.
And
clamping your best player. 12 points for James Harden, 12 assists. He had 10 assists in the first quarter.
He was dominant.
He had 10 assists in the first quarter, 2 assists for the rest of the game because it was GG's for that. Yeah. It was GG's for that.
Really put him out. Nothing but flowers. Joel Embiid, 31 points.
2 points under his average.
Yeah, us under his average.
I'm giving that. I'm taking that.
That is a victory.
That's how you get. That's how you beat Joel Embiid.
That is. Hold him to 31. 18 free throws.
Yo, they was fouling him crazy. And this was all right. So this is a game
I respect it though.
This is a game like we slandered the Toronto fouling. Mm-hmm. This was a game where I was like, all right, we got to stop fouling JoJo.
We were just hacking him
every time. And I'm not gonna lie, I respect the strategy because at some point you have to just recognize that somebody like JoJo is gonna get chips.
He's gonna get chips,
and I would much rather prefer him get his chips 1 point at a time.
No one else got in rhythm. No one.
Except him. He was out there. He was out there cooking us. But no one else
was just hanging out on the court because he just was too busy shooting free throws. This was, like Guru said, this was the best coached game by Tibbs all year. Honestly, this is one of the best. Like, I don't remember a game where I was watching it and I was like, yo, Tibbs is just making the right calls like this. Maybe the Dallas game in the 21 season when Julius kind of had that coming out party and Nerlens had that big block. That was a good game. I remember I remember leaving that game saying like, oh man, Tibbs really coached him up. But this was just that game. Leaving Deuce in, huge
choice.
Giving Evan love, letting him like score. He put Evan out there and just kind of let him go. Like he had Evan out there without IQ, and Miles was the point guard. And like I love Miles, but he's not, a ball dominant point guard. And that just let Evan cook up. And boy, did he ever. But yeah, no. Overall, I think this was the game of the year. I think this was the biggest game. Philly was the hottest team in the sport.
Yeah, and we second win against JoJo. Second win against JoJo. This is number 2. 2-15.
2-15.
We on the up and up. You only as good as your last game. Y'all some bums. Y'all some bums.
Get them out of here.
Y'all some bums.
But yeah, I'll take it.
2-15.
2-1 on the week. I was off by 1.
Good shit. I'm taking it.
I'll take it. Yeah,
I'm taking it.
We up, and what are we? 29-26 now. Only 1 game under at home.
Only 1 game under at home.
We about to be a 500 team at home. And watch out.
Still the second best road team in basketball.
Oh yeah, that's not changing. That's not changing.
We going on the road this week, so looking to add to that.
We about to change.
I'm definitely feeling confident.
Yes.
Not irrationally confident, but confident enough to make some risky picks.
But yeah, I do want to get into these topics.
Yes. All right, we're starting with. Oh, we starting. Once again,
we have to.
I'm gonna figure out some theme music like
legit, like Maniac.
Welcome to Tibbs the Maniac's Maniacal Rotations featuring one Tomas Thibodeau, the Maniac. Oh man,
it makes no sense sometimes. It makes no sense, and it's even more frustrating because it be working. This segment started because for an extended period, he was playing Mitchell Robinson and Jericho Sims on the court at the same time. I'm not over that. Let's be clear. That was a long ways ago. That was like in November.
I think that option has been stripped from it.
That was nuts. That was absurd. In Steph Curry's NBA, running 2 lob threats
on the court
at the same time is absurd. However, he hasn't strayed too far from that. So I'll let you go. So for me, pulling so he pulled RJ versus the Lakers. He didn't play the 4th at all. The following game, he plays this man 41 minutes. He was so like, come on, so what?
Oh my God.
He went from not at all in the last like 12 minutes, not even 12, because it was from the 3rd. He never came back in. And then it went to he was playing 41 minutes. You couldn't get him off the court. And that's what you get with Tibbs. You just don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
My problem continues to be the fact that Obadiah Toppin does not get enough minutes.
Yeah.
This is a cry for help. This is a cry for help. We're going to get into the trade deadline. I need two options to happen. I need Obadiah Toppin to get 20 minutes, or I need Obadiah Toppin to be traded because this is hurting my soul.
Yeah.
We are still, now that he is corner Obi, right? Like, I'm here for Obi. I'm partially here for corner Obi.
Okay.
For the simple fact that I see that there's another Obi in there and that he has been relegated to a 3-point specialist and a leak out artist. And I think that that's just not going to get him no bread.
Yeah.
And I mean, the 3-pointer will get him some bread, but I think he has potential to get bread.
Yes. He has so much more in his bag.
Like,
so much more.
And I think that, like,
we don't.
So I see we don't use him enough, and I think that that's criminal. One, and Tomas is a criminal. But mainly because when I watch him even try to do dribble moves and stuff, like sometimes he be looking too awkward for me, and that be getting me tight. And that tells me that he don't be getting a chance to practice that. So
fair.
So my thing is this, right?
Yeah.
If you got a power forward, right? You have the same type of power forward, honestly. Like, Julius is like a very much better version of Obi Toppin.
Yes, a more polished version.
Way more polished. Like, Obi still looks raw. Like, he could shoot. He probably has a better 3-point shot than Julius had in year 2. Yep. Well, he definitely had a better 3-point shot because Julius' shit was kind of broken year 2.
He had to fix it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he got better in
overtime.
And you could see that for Obi, like, but to like, even in like when they play in the bench, like, it's like Quick gotta kind of get the ball to Obi, you gotta force the ball to Obi and stuff like that. But you're not even really running no action for him. Like, there's no pick and roll, it's pick and pop all the times, no back door. Like, you're not running no action for him. Like, you know he's athletic. All you got to do is throw it up. Why are you not throwing backdoor screens for him? Like run 3 plays for him. Like, and that's a process. That's something that you can't do in 10 minutes of game time because you coming in at Julius is playing the whole first, right? Or at least up to like the minute of the first. You playing like up until 7 minutes in the second, and then Julius is coming back in, and then you may play the same minutes in the third and fourth. Like, this is not 2K my career, my guy. Like, you can't earn your minutes by playing more games. Like, that has to be a deliberate decision by the coach, and he just has no interest in doing that. Like, he has no interest in discovering that he wants to DK win games. And I mean, I'm here for that always because I want to win games too, but it's like
we're holding him back.
Yeah, but even that, like, the Knicks fan base give Tom Thibodeau like credit for developing Julius Randle, like, but my thing is like, and they give him credit for developing Emmanuel quickly, but it's like, is it these players are not doing what he wants to do, or like they not Tibbs-esque players, so he's like not even interested in doing them? Like, Emmanuel quickly is a Tibbs-esque player, like that's why he's gonna play in 40 minutes whenever he wants. He's never gonna play Obi Toppin 40 minutes. Like, even granted with the opportunity to even experiment with small ball, like you're gonna see that in the offs. You're gonna see that. Look at the teams. Like, Giannis is gonna play the 5. Like, that's what's gonna happen if we play Giannis.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough. It's tough.
I think Hart and Evans saved him this week.
They did.
I just think that I hate it too. It because it'd be working. It'd be working sometimes, but it builds terrible habits. Just terrible habits. Like when the Sims and Mitch was working that one time, it just like there was a point where Sims and Hart were just on the court together. Like, that was the regular rotation. It was the 9-man rotation, and we really ran Jericho Sims and Isaiah Hartenstein out like normally together.
I feel as though I hear you, right? I hear you. But I feel like the law of averages continues to play out on Tibbs's wacky decisions. Like, every single time he makes a decision where everybody's like, why are you doing this? it'll play out until it doesn't.
Yes.
And that's how it always happens. It'll
Yes.
play out like the Sims Mitch lineup worked until it didn't.
Yeah.
The Sims Hart lineup worked until it didn't. Like,
and you had to stop it.
And you had to stop. Like, you literally had to stop it because the teams were literally looking at you like, yo, you're really not going to play. You're really going to put 2 leapers on the floor. I'm literally going to guard. I'm going to pack the paint and recognize that not only are you going to put 2 non-lob threats on the floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are not a threat to score offense. So that means all 5 players are locked in on your 3 players that score offense. Look at the 3 players that usually are on the floor. RJ, Julius, Jalen. If 5 on 3, that's not smart.
They like their chances.
That is
if I'm on defense and I only got to guard 3 people, I like my chances. I got a much better shot.
That is efficient. Efficient work.
But we winning. We 3 games over 500.
How does he do it?
Tibbs' job is safe.
How does he do it?
I don't know. I don't have no answer. I'm just
every time we get close to burning the bridge, Tibbs pulls one out his ass. I don't know how he does it. It's disgusting to me.
I'm just happy to be here, man. Knicks fan. A lot of people didn't have us winning. What are we at, 30? Did we hit 30 yet? Or are we at 29?
Yeah,
at 29. A lot of people didn't have us winning 35 games. We might hit 35 wins before March. We're probably going to hit 35 wins before March. Like, we're a good team. And I think we're a good team despite the maniacalness. But
man is a madman.
If it's whatever.
This man is a madman.
Let's move on. I feel like we got to talk about the All-Star game. I know it's like a week ago now, but I
don't care.
I can't believe it. So let me tell y'all.
Give him the lineup, please.
I don't even have the lineup because I don't care. I'm not watching the game. I'm going to support Julius from afar. I'm going to support Quentin in the Rookie Showdown Challenge. But Jalen Brunson not making the All-Star game is crazy. Full stop.
Criminal.
However,
criminal.
Tyrese Halliburton purely making the All-Star game because Wally Wally made a hot line into a hot song. Tyrese Halliburton, don't get me wrong, very good player, solid, solid. He's a good player on a struggling team.
Solid.
It's like 5 games under 500.
11 plays.
So
solid.
The numbers say James Harden. The numbers, I don't like James Harden, but if you're just looking at the numbers, it says James Harden. Yeah. If you are watching the games, it says Jalen Brunson because Jalen Brunson has drastically improved Julius's game and the Knicks as a team. We didn't make many acquisitions in the offseason, and we missed the play-in, and now we're probably going to miss the play-in on the other side. Literally, the acquisition of Jalen Brunson took us from 11th seed to 6th seed. And that's, if you watch the games, you know that's because Jalen Brunson. Our offense is just a lot more fluid. We have an identity. Like, it's just the all ISO offense works better with 2 instead of 1.
Doesn't work well with 3.
It doesn't work
just
well.
2.
It doesn't work well with 2.
It doesn't work well with odd numbers.
It shouldn't be working. You should not run the all ISO offense unless you have Joel Embiid or Luka Doncic.
Let's be clear.
And we don't. But the all ISO offense with Jalen Brunson is working. For him to not make it and Halliburton to make it, I think politics were at play. I think that folks wanted to prove Wally wrong. And they was like, yeah, look at the numbers. He putting up all his, I'm not going to say his garbage time stats, but dog, y'all are, what is the Pacers record? Let me pull it up. The Pacers are not a good team this year. Are they even in the play-in? I don't think they in the play-in.
Not yet. Not now. They was, but they free-falled out.
They submit. That's what you do when you submit. And it's like, there was a couple snubs across. So, like, Brunson wasn't the only snub. Like, Trae Young, there's a case to be made. Maybe
Darius.
In the West. Oh yeah, Darius Garland got a case. They're 25-30. They're tied for the 10th seed. They're 5 games under 500. Come on. Nasty work.
So to be clear, I got two people that I did not want in this. I saw this and I was immediately mad. So first of all, like I said, congratulations, Julius Randle.
Yes. Gotta give him his flowers.
He
did that.
I'm gonna big him up. He did it. He kept us afloat. We are over 500 because Julius Randle is on our team.
Yeah.
He is one part of a machine that works well in the all ISO offense. Sometimes more than 50% of the time because we are currently over 500. So I received that.
More than 50% of the time.
I personally wanted Jalen to go. But I knew we wouldn't get 2, right? So I was okay with that. I was like at ease with it. I was like, we're going to get 1. It's either or. If it's Julius, it's Julius. If it's Jalen, it's Jalen. But we're going to get 1. And I was okay with that.
Okay.
Until I saw the list. And then I was not okay with it. I'm going to tell you who is on this list, right? I'm going to tell you the people first that got on the list that, I'm going to first tell you the forwards because I don't care about them. So the forwards, first, of course, y'all know KD, Giannis, Jason Tatum, the starters, and then you got Bam Adebayo, well-deserved, Jalen, well-deserved, Joel Embiid, well-deserved, and Julius Randle, well-deserved. Okay?
Yeah.
Now let's get to the guards. Now I need to know why the hate is prevalent. Okay. So, first we got Drew Holiday. Okay?
No.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no, too.
I'm going to say no, but I got mad respect for Drew Holiday.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be clear.
Yes.
Very
good at sport.
He is good at sport. He is the best defensive guard in sport.
Yeah.
And if he got in because he's the best defensive guard in sport.
All right.
Okay. Okay, right? Okay. Whatever. I'm not gonna whatever. And he's on Giannis's team. You're gonna give the Bucks 2, okay? You're gonna give the Celtics 2. They got 2. All right, so we get to all right, so this is where I'm angry.
This is where it got out of control.
All right, so
I don't understand it.
DeMar DeRozan.
I don't understand it.
What the hell? All right, so now I'm bad, right?
Nothing.
So now I'm bad.
Nothing makes sense about that.
DeMar?
Is the game in Chicago? Was it one of those where Chicago needed
Utah. It's in Utah, Salt Lake City.
I have nothing
for DeMar DeRozan. I like DeMar. I would not want him on my team. As my guy Sean knows, I don't want him on our team at all. But
I don't get it.
I don't get why DeMar DeRozan is an all-star this season.
I
didn't see it. That felt like the Jimmy Butler Memorial All-Star.
They making up for old L's.
Yeah, like when Jimmy Butler gets in for 16 points and 8 rebounds.
It's why did you make it? But I was talking about the Pacers record. I think the Bulls are much worse.
I don't think they're much worse, but they knife. Why are you giving them an all-star? Come on now. Come on. Over Jalen Brunson? Over Darius Garland?
Rewarding mediocrity.
Over Trae Young? Trae Young is higher than them. You gave DeMar DeRozan over Trae Young?
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
It's really nasty.
And
I don't get it either. I want them to
it's
give
only to infuriate me. It's only to infuriate
me,
honestly.
That's the only reason.
That's all it is. If we were the 6th seed, we probably would have got to.
Well, they only 1 game under. They done came up. Are they hot?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they won their last
They and the
3.
freaking Wizards.
All right.
And then finally,
apologize for not being familiar with your game.
And then finally, Ty Halliburton.
No.
Oh, I can't.
No.
I can't. First of all, Ty Halliburton was missed 2 weeks before he was named an All-Star. Yes, he was leading the league in assists.
That's pretty easy to do when Buddy Hield is on your team.
Yeah, it's like Buddy Hield is taking 33s a game.
He's pulling exclusively. All he does is pull. He's literally a catch and shoot, like high level player. Every single shot Buddy Hield takes, 100% of them have a chance to be an assist.
Pull.
100%.
Pull.
He's
He's
gonna catch and pull.
He's pulling.
He's not gonna dribble.
He has no desire to do nothing but pull. And he's good at it. Like, that's what he does. You can get 5 assists on Buddy Hield threes easily.
Yeah.
Because, no lie, Buddy Hield always thinks he's open.
Yes. Every shot Buddy Hield takes is
he's legit the third best shooter in the NBA after Stephen Clay. Like,
it was nasty. I don't.
Nasty word.
I don't want to look into it. Brunson, I know.
That's hate.
Like, honestly, that's the only thing I could say.
That's hate.
It's just hate. Like, I'm not even gonna overthink it. I do think that, like, James Harden, Darius Garland, they have legitimate cases. Not that Brunson doesn't have a legitimate case, but we the Knicks. I know they're not gonna give us 2 because we the Knicks. That's just how it is when you're us. We deserve 2 because if you look at the rest of the team after these 2, this is not a playoff team.
Not at all.
Team is not 6th or 7th or any of that after those 2 guys. This is the top heavy team, real top heavy team this year. But
nasty. I just think it's gross.
Nasty work. I don't
like it.
I'm gonna move on because I want to talk about something positive.
Let's talk about it.
I want to talk about something good.
Let's talk about it.
So on Friday, what was Friday? Friday, February 3rd, Kyrie Irving demanded a trade.
He sure did.
Out of nowhere to me. I was not tracking this at all. He just up and demanded a trade.
Uncle Drewski.
So reports are saying a bunch of things, but allegedly the negotiations for re-signing him came to a standstill. Kyrie was insistent that he was deserving of a 4-year, $200 million contract.
Hey.
He was fresh off. I think he was number 1, right? He was number 1 in All-Star voting. He was number 1 in All-Star voting, right?
For the guards, yep.
Yeah, he was number 1. So I know he was feeling good. He was like, oh, yeah, I'm well liked. I'm bringing a lot of money to this organization. I'm sure the jersey sales was high. And Nets fans clearly only care about that because that's all y'all got.
Yes.
From him. 2 days later, my guy gets traded to Knicks South. So now we got Knicks South plus Kyrie.
Now Nets South.
Now. Now Nets out.
Nah, they really Nets out too because they had Spencer, didn't we?
They did have Spencer. Luka's like, get me help. And they're like, I'm gonna get you all the Knicks and Nets.
In the Mecca.
Get you all the Knicks
in the tri-state area.
We can afford. There's no other teams willing to make deals with us.
But the Knicks and the Nets.
It's really nasty. But Kyrie is gone. The Brooklyn Nets saga is over. It is only KD left. In 2019, on July, it was July 1st, right? That was like early.
I think it was July 5th or
July 5th? Oh, I remember it being early in free agency because it happened.
At 6 p.m. It happened at 6 p.m.
Because it happened and then everybody was like going crazy. And then like we signed Julius and everybody was like, ha ha. Yeah, Julius. Now who's yelling? Now who's ha ha? And look at y'all. Look at y'all. Y'all had all those expectations.
Dang.
Kyrie talking all, this is a big city. That is all that trash. And now look at y'all. Nets, Sands, now y'all got Ben Simmons, Bum Simmons. Bums. They got bum knee KD Y'all got mad jersey sales. This is what you get. Bum Simmons. And I don't feel bad for y'all at all. Here's why I don't feel bad.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. I would feel bad. So when the Knicks and Nets both entered the 2019 free agency, the Nets were coming off a playoff series. They had a really good team. They had D'Angelo Russell. They had Spencer, Karis LeVert, Jarrett Allen. They had some dogs. They had a young, hungry team. And then the Nets leadership said, screw that. We are going to put all our chips on seasonal Kevin Durant and part-time Kyrie Irving. And boy, did it pay off. I'm not going to hold you. I think if they just stuck with that team would have won a playoff series. At least one. I think they would have got one at some point. But y'all decided to give the keys of the franchise to a very seasonal Kevin Durant and a very part-time Kyrie Irving. They said they only played 45 games together. It was some like
they only played 74 games.
74 games. That's not much better. 3 years. That's crazy.
It's tough.
Absurdly tough. And I love it. I love it. It makes me feel really good inside.
I love your pain. I do. I really do love their pain.
They deserve
I wish
this.
them much unsuccess. Much unsuccess.
Always. Unsuccess.
Always and forever.
I hope KD demanded
New Jersey. Oh yeah. I really hope. Oh man. And I hope we come back next week and KD is on the Suns. Like I want that to be. I want them to be in pain. No.
In pain.
Nah, because the Nets
in pain.
Bro, first of all, the Nets always beat us, and that pisses me off. First and foremost. Second and foremost, yo, they are the poverty franchise. Like, get out of here. Like, I don't
franchise. They have never won the title.
The fact that this is back page news, everything Kyrie Irving does is back page news.
It's not.
It is going out the news cycle in 2 to 3 weeks. Let him have been a Knickerbocker. Oh man. They would have led a campaign.
Literally.
A campaign.
It would have been absurd how much they would have talked about
Knicks fans are still salty about the Julius Randle thumbs down gesture. What you think they would have did if Kyrie Irving would have been like, "Yo, I'm not playing. I'm not playing."
My boy took PTO.
PTO.
He didn't even take PTO. Like he just wasn't showing up. They was like what was that, second season? Whatever season KD was hurt. That might have been the first season.
I wish the Nets much unsuccess. They bought this on themselves.
Yes.
They knew what they was getting into.
100%.
That's what I keep telling Lincoln. 100%. I keep telling L too. I'm like, yo, L, I hear your Kyrie disdain.
Mm-hmm.
But the Nets really bought this upon themselves. They literally saw Kyrie destroy 2 franchises and said, bet.
We're next.
Like, that's nuts to me. Like, actively causing your demise is just, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
you know, one of my favorite things about Kyrie going to Dallas.
Oh, he's coming for the 4th one.
He's coming for the 4th one.
Oh, Luka traded the man. Oh.
When he blows up Dallas, guess who will be waiting with all these assets?
Luka.
Who will be waiting?
Big city, baby.
Come home.
Big city, Luka. I see Luka in the big city.
He needs a big market.
Give it to about 2025. 2025.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic.
26, 27. Tyler losing in the playoffs. Oh, yeah.
Yo, Luka Doncic, you're going to see report Luka Doncic frustrated with Kyrie Irving. Because you know, Luka don't really play with people that
with others.
Others well.
Just others. Any other player.
I feel like if Luka, first of all, Luka got to think you nice. Mm-hmm. If he think you nice, then he respect you. And if he don't think you nice, then he don't respect you. But even more, Luka got to think you like actually want to play.
Yes.
Because like everybody he actually like he ain't like Kristaps. He was like, yo, Kristaps is a bum. Like he was like, nah. Like he got Kristaps out of there.
He did get.
They really got. He was like, nah, he's a bum. He's a bum. Like I know he walked in there and was like, nah, I'm sorry.
Like this ain't it.
I can't do this.
This ain't it, Mark. I'm gonna need more than this. Really tough. But let's be clear. I love this.
Yes.
This was
pain.
This made my weekend. This was good news. I was feeling down. I want to say the Clippers game was Friday or
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. I was feeling bad about that, and then I remembered that Kyrie
setting fire to the franchise.
Setting fire to the franchise. I hope nothing but poverty for the Nets. I hope they make no more moves before the deadline.
And KD is forced to play.
They move KD. Yes.
Or KD is forced to play with Cam Thomas and
Spencer Dinwiddie.
And Spencer Dinwiddie and Nikki Claxton. And get clapped in the first round.
Clapped. I hope they fall. I hope they fall to like 7th.
They got to play Boston again.
And got to play Boston again and get swept again. Because y'all are some mid.
The KD trade demand is imminent. I'm letting you know that right now. It's imminent.
And it's not what Stephen A. Smith was talking about. That's not happening. Jaylen Brown ain't moving. KD is not going to prosperous pastures. He's going to Bumville. He's going somewhere where they're going to ask him to be the guy.
They sending KD to Charlotte.
Yeah, he's going to Charlotte. He's going to Chicago for DeRozan in the first.
In the first.
That's what y'all deserve. Y'all going to have DeMar DeRozan, Bum Simmons, and Spencer Dinwiddie. And that's y'all big three. And good luck. Good luck to you. But yeah, we had to give the slander off. I know it's the Knicks podcast, but I'm a calm New Jersey hater. Love seeing Kyrie in duress. But back to the Knicks. I want to talk a little bit about the trade rumors. Honestly, it's a good segue because
trade deadline week.
Trade deadline week 1. 2, Kyrie trade demand. I think that's that's the speed I remember trades moving. Like, it usually doesn't drag out like we do it. A bunch of different reports out there. So one report said, OG Anunoby, we talked about that. Another one said Obi Toppin to Utah for Malik Beasley. I think Jared Vanderbilt. So let's be clear. I want to be on record. I don't think we're doing any of this. All right. When we look back at this podcast a year, a month, a week from now, I want it known that Mo doesn't think the Knicks are doing any moves.
0 moves.
0. 1, we ain't doing no deals with Danny Ainge. It ain't happening. I just don't see it. The report came out today that the Obi Toppin trade for Malik Beasley, the one I just described, it's being held up by, you guessed it, a Knicks unprotected draft pick, just like the Donovan Mitchell deal, where we also didn't want to give unprotected draft picks. So that's not happening. I don't think so. 1. 2, in the Knicks, since Leon Rose, World Wide West, since this era, most of the trades we've made have not been projected. We don't telegraph our moves. I didn't know Kemba was coming at all. I knew day of. That's when it hit. I knew
when the ticket came across my phone.
Yeah, that was when folks found out. I didn't know Cam Reddish was coming. There was no rumor mill.
I was hyped.
I was hyped too.
Oh man, good times.
I thought we was collecting stones, but nope. But with that being said, I don't think we're gonna do any of these moves. I would like to see us make some moves. I don't know. Dudes keep playing like this. I'm good, but I think you're gonna talk about the one move I want us to do, but really don't want us to do. So I'm gonna leave it to you. But I think that I don't think we're gonna do any moves. I would like to get I would like to get Kristaps Porzingis. Really, if I'm being honest, I want a big that can protect the paint and shoot. Kristaps, Brook Lopez, and Mo Bamba, the only ones outside of
Mo Bamba
fighting people, getting punched up by Austin Rivers, getting
You all of Mo? What you doing, baby?
I told you, Mo Bamba. I would slander you right now, but I gotta slander Dylan Brooks too.
Oh yeah, so bad.
For all that trash talk, Donovan Mitchell
tossed you, King. Tossed you.
Donovan Mitchell. If your trainer or whoever that coach was that intervened, if they didn't come in
and save your life,
because Donovan Mitchell wanted blood. But I digress. I don't think the Knicks are doing anything. What about you? What's your take on the rumors?
All right, so I don't think the Knicks are really doing anything either, but But I am thinking that if we do something, we're getting a power forward. Preferably from Toronto.
The
team of power forwards. They have 4 of them. We spoke about it last week. The hot name on the market is OG Anunoby.
I don't think OG is a bad player.
I don't think he's a bad player either. I think that OG, like I've been saying, like last week, I started to talk myself into it. I'm okay if we don't do it, and I'm okay if we do it as well. But I think that it's interesting that this is coinciding with some Rowan illness as well as some bad Rowan play. I think it's gonna be an interesting. I think it's gonna be an interesting week. In the sense that although we don't really get a lot of stuff leaked to the streets, I think you're gonna start hearing like some interesting takes on the value of one Rowan Barrett Jr. on the trade market.
I don't know. I don't know. Because we've paid him already, not that he's a distressed asset, but a team is not going to want to commit.
He is though. He is though. Even if he was like, even if he was just a player that was just struggling, I mean, which he is, he's always going to be a distressed asset. He got 5 years coming to basketball, but he could also be that distressed asset could also be turned into something good. Like,
yeah.
So teams will talk them into a change the scenery, especially possibly his hometown team.
Yeah.
And that's not me advocating for Rowan to get traded because I don't want Rowan to get traded at all. Even though he's been a bum.
I'm not gonna say he was a bum this week. But I will get in the Rowan Report. But it's come up. It's come up a bunch, and
he's hot on Knicks Twitter. Twitter trade market.
If you really think about it, though. Of the players drafted 3rd overall, honestly, just in the top 5, most of them at least gets a chance to be the ball dominant guy, to be the guy. Like Ja Morant's the guy, Trae Young the guy, Luka Doncic's the guy. Like you at least get a shot, and he really never got a shot. So I think evaluating him is tough. With that being said, you can't just be bumming it up like this, but I wouldn't have mind, 2 or 3 years of letting RJ figure it out. We decided not to do that.
We sure did.
So we're going to take the hard way, but, Lauri Markkanen didn't make the All-Star game until 25. Folks called him a bust 3 years ago, and that's the league we in. You got to get in the right situation. He wasn't in the right situation in Cleveland.
Is true.
And this might not be the right situation for him. And, he going to play through. But RJ is not a 3-and-D wing. He's not a D anything lately. But we really just put him in the corner and we say, do you? And I digress.
Yeah.
Back to your trade rumors.
Yeah. Also, I think that if we do anything, I think my guy Cam Reddish.
Oh, yeah.
Cam Reddish might be out of here.
It's for his own good, though.
They're preparing for a trade. I think we're going to take back scraps, and I think it's going to be respectfully.
I'll take scraps for Cam because he's walking.
We'll have to now.
Yeah, he's walking.
This wasn't the case in the beginning of the season, but
he's walking. Like, he was always walking. He was never going to re-sign, or at least I never thought he was going to re-sign here. One, our system is horrendous.
Terrible.
2,
doesn't play to his strengths.
Doesn't play to his strengths. He needs the basketball as well. And we got a lot of people that need the basketball. But
it's disgusting.
If we could get a 2nd-round pick for him, whatever, take it. I heard, what was it, Cam for Grayson Allen? I think that came up. Milwaukee was interested. I'm shocked LA hasn't paid, 2 seconds?
Do not see Grayson Allen working in any non-Giannis system, bro. Send him to Philly if you want to.
I think he can work in the Tibbs system.
Grayson Allen?
Yeah. Annoyingly. Because that's all Tibbs want is 3-and-D guys. got the all ISO offense.
Is Grayson Allen really clamping though? Like clamping?
Is RJ clamping?
Yeah, but he's not giving up Rowan minutes to Grayson Allen.
But like he's gonna get the deuce minutes.
Is he gonna get the deuce? If he get the deuce minutes,
if he comes here, that's
I guess so.
Why we wouldn't start him over Brunson or nothing like that. Like we would give him the deuce minutes or the Evan minutes. Discussion to be had. But I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. I do know Cam is walking. I would like to see us make a decision on Obi. We can't keep him. There's no way we're gonna pay him a rookie deal. You know, I think we got another year before we got to make that decision, so we're able to just punt it.
I think we just make it now, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think we just make it now. Like I love OB, I really do, but you invested into Julius Randle. He a two-time All-Star. I'm letting you know he's a two-time All-Star. They making the trade. That's why the Jazz trade is even an option because Julius Randle is a two-time All-Star, and you cannot prepare a power forward behind a two-time All-Star. That's just not the reality, especially not in the tip system.
Yes.
So they are basically preparing to trade OB. I think that you got to trade him now so that the team acquiring him can get the team-friendly deals. That's what they're going to want.
Yeah.
If you trade him in the summer, that's just going to devalue him. So I think you could get him. I think if you put him in the package, like, people going to see that potential. Like, there's a lot of teams out there looking for power forwards.
Yeah.
Toronto's hoarding all of them, but, you know, everybody else is probably looking for power forwards, especially some of the tanking teams like Detroit and
the tanking teams, also
Houston.
The teams that's like not a player away. Like Obi is never gonna be like, we just added Obi. We're title contenders now. Yeah. He's not that kind of player yet. He might be that someday, but right now he's not that. But like, you can't tell me he wouldn't make the Lakers better. You can't tell me he wouldn't make Portland better. You can't, like, if you're a team like that looking to get better, because I don't see us giving him up for much. I don't know how high we view him, but, you know, I think he's going to be a part of a package.
Yeah.
With that being said, you know, I want to rip the Band-Aid off. I love Obi. I wish we could have, I've said it earlier and I will always say it. I look at Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quickly, and Obi Toppin, and I think that they could be Steph Curry, Clay, and Draymond. But the front office does not see that. You know, they just see pieces to be put around Julius, and he does not fit around Julius. So you want to replace him with a piece that does, which is inevitable.
It's tough.
It's tough, but it's the business.
Yes, indeed.
Is it time?
It is time.
It is time for the Rowan Report.
The Rowan Report.
So it is I, RJ Barrett's #1 fan, by virtue of being closest to Canada. I have been his fan since 2018, 2019, whatever year that was, when he, as a part of Team Canada, whooped up on Team USA, the youth team, and I was like, oh, this kid might be different. And I saw the vision on that day, and I still believe that. But this week, he was not that guy. He was not that guy even remotely this week. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to be honest. I think that I'm a good person to give an assessment on RJ Barrett as his #1 fan. And I'm going to try my hardest to be honest. This was not his best week. Period. So I want to start the week with the Lakers game aftermath, because that wasn't on the court, but it factors in. So they sat RJ during the Lakers game, the fourth quarter. We talked about it a little bit. And then he told the media that I don't want to say anything, but it was kind of like the Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yes.
Kind of situation. They said Cam Reddish was the grown-up that told him not to do anything, which is another wrinkle into it. It also came out that, you know, Cam got benched because he told an assistant coach that that Tibbs is using him incorrectly in the system. And Tibbs threw him so far into the gulag for that statement that we couldn't even play him when we was down like 5 people. There was a game we played 7 people 40 minutes instead of playing Cam 1. But I digress. This is the Rowan Report, and I want to talk about RJ Barrett. So going into the Miami game, it was a lot of buzz around like, is RJ falling out of the lineup? Should Tibbs have benched him? You know, I don't think Tibbs should have. I do think that we win that Lakers game if RJ stays in. And I was proven right during the Clippers game, and I'll get to it. But this was a bad week for RJ Barrett. So, versus the Heat, he had 30 points on 23 shots, which isn't terrible. It's not the best. 30 points is, it's the NBA. If you put up 30 points in the NBA, you can hoop. Like, not anybody's going to just put up 30 points, even in Steph's NBA. We only had 106 as a team. He had 30 of those. But he shot 0 for 5 from 3, which is really hard to do. And it's hard to score 30 with 0 threes. But to take 5 and miss them all is not what you want. But on the other side of the ball, he lost a step. Like, I don't know what happened. I remember early last year, he like locked up Jason Tatum. And I was like, oh, this is it. The Jimmy Butler is being born. Two-way superstar low end. And that's not him at all. But I'll give y'all the box. So 30 points, 8 boards, 4 assists.
I'm trying to keep it together.
Wasn't a terrible game. This wasn't a terrible game. If this game was the whole week, it would probably only be like a C-. He was not the best defender in this game. He didn't cost us the game down the stretch. He did close out on Tyler Hero. Forced that 3 into a contested 3. Probably saved us the game, but I can't give it too much credit because of what happened the very next game.
Tough.
So I want to preface this by saying, also the Lakers game. So he was benched in the Lakers game because he wasn't playing no defense, but he was guarding LeBron James. Like, he's old, like he's an old version of LeBron James. But he's still LeBron James. Like, he's a hooper. And I'm a kind of qualify this game that he was going up against Kawhi Leonard, who is Kawhi Leonard, superstar, one of the best players on the planet when he's playing. He just doesn't play, but he did play this game. So I'm going to say that. But, dog, this man was getting cooked. Clyde Frazier, call him out. Clyde don't go negative. Clyde rarely goes negative on Knicks players at all. He's a very positive person. He'll call you out in that moment, like if the old foot trick or, you got to pay for your dress skins. But Clyde Frazier flat out came and said, RJ Barrett is a lick. They were really hunting him out. Something nasty. Like, Kawhi and Paul George was just taking turns. Like, they was running pick and roll, and whoever RJ stayed on, they gave that person the ball, and then that person got 2 points. It was absurd. It was so hard to watch as an RJ fan. This stat line was really bad. So it was a game that went to overtime. 2, a game where RJ in the 4th was a part of the comeback. It was like a 7-point comeback.
The fact that he left him in was nuts.
Yes, this is true. Honestly, I only think he left him in because of the slander
Yep.
from the Lakers game. I think that was the only reason he left him in. And it paid off because before, I want to say there was a point RJ was 0 for 6 from 3 after going 0 for 5 the game before.
That's the 0 for 11.
He was just super bricking it up. But they left him in, and I'll give him down the stretch of that game. He made the one little floater, and he made the 3. I want to say he had 14 points. I think 7 of those 14 was in the 4th. Not only in the 4th, in the final 5 minutes. Like, he decided to play good. For some reason, he played 44 minutes. I don't know why he was playing so much, getting so cooked. Team high, plus minus, minus 20. In a game that went to overtime. That means we were tied. A game we lost by 6. He had team high minus 20. 9 more points than the second person. But his defense was horrendous. He was terrible. His offense might have been worse. That's saying a lot. My guy had 14 points on 21 shots, 1 for 8 from 3, 4 assists, 5 fouls. I know that's defensive, but I gotta throw that in there. It was really nasty how he was just getting cooked up. Bum. I don't got no defense. I can't defend it because it was really like, it felt like Trae Young. Like, he was just getting sought out and seeked. Like, they really was just like, who is RJ guarding? Like, oh, he's guarding Norman Powell. All right, Powell, it's your time to shine.
Cook up, brother.
Cook up, brother. He would cook up. And it was just so consistent. This was one of the worst defensive performances I've seen, period. Like, just ever, really. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody get hunted for 30 minutes of basketball time successfully. Like, usually they turn a corner, they learn. They like, okay, he's going to do a mid-range shot, so let's stop that.
Nasty.
There was never that learning moment. This was an F, though. This was a really bad game. I'm going to keep going because he sort of redeemed himself by not playing. I think him getting sick actually saved the week. Because if he would have put up another game like the Clippers game, I don't know if I could have handled it. So luckily, he got sick. Non-COVID illness saved him from getting cooked by James Harden and Tobias Harris. If Tobias Harris would have cooked him, I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. But he was saved. This was a really bad RJ week. Some folks are even saying the Clippers game only went so well because RJ wasn't. I'm not gonna go that far, but it did not look good. An okay to bad game because the Miami game he wasn't really guarding like crazy. He wasn't clamping up, but he did have some offensive output. The Clippers game was the worst game of the season, probably his worst game since his rookie year. Like that was. I don't ever remember him being that much of a lick. Ever. He was just getting sought out. So I'm going a D for this week. D is in Delta. I want to go D minus, but I do feel like he could have been worse. And I want to leave room for if he does be worse down the stretch. But this was a really bad week, and that was a really bad game, and you can't do that again. Never again. Nasty. Honestly, this coming into this season, he said that the things he worked on was free throw shooting. It was free throw shooting. Oh, and finishing at the brim. You should have been working on defense.
Honestly,
you was working on the wrong things.
Honestly,
I want you working on defense exclusively. I want you to get Kawhi Leonard's cell phone number, get his personal number, and say, "Dog, I want you to cook me all summer." Him, Paul George, Jimmy Butler,
just cook me.
Just cook me all summer, and when you come back, I want to see better. Honestly, don't take the All-Star break off. I
wouldn't.
I want you in the gym with some offensive players getting better because this is not it. This is not going to cut it. We cannot. So Julius and Brunson have been doing their part. They have. Brunson had 41 on 19 shots. He did his part. All right. Julius had 28, 11, and 7. Like that's a lot from Julius. All right. They are doing their part. You got to hold up your end of the bargain. They not asking for you to be the star. They just asking for you to not be a bum. And you're being a bum. So stop it. Don't be a bum. Just be bad. Like, when you're just bad, we could live with that. We could deal with that. But when you bum it crazy like this, we can't overcome minus 20. We just can't. We're not that good yet. So yeah, I'm going with a D for my guy, RJ Barrett, this week.
Tough. I'm giving Rowan an F because he was so fucking mid. I'm sorry. Oh man, Rowan, you were so mid this week, bro. I'm gonna take your 30 points. Offensively, you was good, man, in the Heat game, but
Bum J Barrett.
Defensively, you was a lick. Then in the Clippers game, oh man,
He missed a rebound too.
Not only did you be a lick on defense
all game
and turned into Kawhi Leonard's and Paul George personal butler, like, you cannot do that, sir. Like, you cannot do that. You cannot miss rebounds. Oh man, I just did not like the fact that
he bummed it up something crazy.
Absolutely decided to be a bum. Like, I did not understand why he decided to be a bum. It did not make sense to me why he decided to be a bum. It didn't make sense. Why? Why'd you do that? And it's just the inconsistency. I've come to terms with the fact that RJ Barrett is just an inconsistent player as of right now. Mm-hmm. I do not know. I'm not as confident that he will get to.
It's gonna turn around.
That is going to turn around to the level that I think that is consistent for me to be like, all right, RJ, you are
a good player.
You are a good player. Like, you can be. I wouldn't even say a good player. You could be a good player, but are you a superstar? Like, and that's the point that I need to make. Like, are you a superstar?
He's a way away from superstar. I'm his number one fan. Superstar is 5 or 6 years away. That's a ways away. I think he could be an all-star, maybe 2 or 3 seasons, but this guy, this lick, this traffic cone,
cooked.
They would call him. This isn't it. This isn't it at all.
It's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Let's go into this week.
All right, it's time for the previews.
So we got 4 games.
Oh, man.
We got 4 games, 1 back-to-back. We got Orlando, Philly, Utah, and then we got New Jersey at home. So we go into Orlando, at Orlando. Tickets start at $31.
You back to Slander and franchises. For affordable dates, at $31, you can see Julius Randle, Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year, Paolo Banchero.
Oh man. Okay, so we at Orlando tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Tuesday. So Vegas got us plus 1.5, which is shocking. Actually, I would think that it would be a bigger spread than this, but.
Vegas got us at plus 1.5.
Yeah.
That's disrespect.
Take that.
I'm taking that as well.
Yeah, I'm taking that. What do they know that we don't know?
Is Banchero him?
He might be.
Is Franz Wagner him?
He might be.
They have won, I think, 2 in a row. So
I don't think they're a bad team. I just think they're not yet.
Nah.
Like, they're the quintessential not yet team.
I mean, Paolo's a nut. I'm not gonna lie, but he do give me a little bit of shades of Melo, and I like that. I'm always pro Melo and Melo clones. Mm-hmm. So I like his game.
Also, somebody signed Carmelo Anthony. What are y'all doing?
Playing games.
Sign that man.
Games.
Park him up in the corner. Let him hit some clutch threes
for your team.
What y'all doing?
Milwaukee. Get my man a ring.
Let my guy compete for a title. So let's break it down. So I got us winning this game, obviously.
Obviously, I also have us winning this game. I'm not losing to Orlando.
I will say Orlando plays us very well.
Of course.
For no particular reason.
Of course.
Like every time we play them, it's a much closer game than I want it to be. However, they just don't have enough firepower. Honestly, I'm not even going to go too far into it. I don't think they're tanking. Like, I do think they're playing hard, but they just don't have enough firepower between Paolo Banchero, Cole Anthony. Like, they just don't have the weaponry it takes to beat us. And that's really it. What about you?
Orlando's another team with like 14 power forwards and like 13 guards. So
yeah. I forgot they had Markelle Fultz.
Yeah.
That's
none of their guards can shoot. I don't think any of their power forwards can shoot either, except for Paolo. So I'm taking us to win. Paolo is good. Franz Wagner is good. Wendell Carter, he's okay when he's playing. I don't think he's playing. Cole Anthony, shout out Cole Anthony, Poly Prep Country Day School.
Nothing but love.
Nothing but love for Cole.
Yeah,
I think this is an L for them, not for us.
Mm-hmm.
I think we win this, and I hope we win this rather easily. I think that Julius needs to welcome the Rook to the NBA and put that brother in the post.
Put him on the hip.
Yeah, and get him in foul trouble early. That's what I would like to see. If Rowan is back, I would like to see Rowan attack Gary Harris. Like, come on, my guy, put that brother in the post. He's not. He got nothing in his pockets, and all their guards are short. Jalen Brunson, I fully expect a good game from him because they have 3 guards that can't play defense.
Full stop.
And yeah, I think we should win this game. I think we should win it fairly easily. Yeah. I'm not too worried about this. I would actually be a little annoyed if we actually lost this game because I feel like we are more than capable of beating this Orlando squad.
I got us by at least 6.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Yes.
Philly.
All right.
The rematch.
Bike.
So this
is the final game of the year.
Versus Philly? This is it?
We up 2-1.
We up 2-1. Okay.
We up 2-1.
I think we're going up 3-1.
I think
we're gonna steal this one.
I think we're gonna steal this one too. I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna steal this one. We're on the road.
Yep.
In Philly. Play
on the road for some reason.
I think that we actually benefit from playing Philly immediately again because I think Joel is gonna come out trying to cook us, and I think that is gonna fall right back into our favor of getting everybody else out of rhythm. And I think that's the formula to beat Philly. You got to let Joel has to literally be deliberate in making sure everybody else gets in rhythm. That's why they got James Harden, but he can't do that if Joel is just cooking Sims.
Something crazy.
And like you have to take that matchup, but when it's time for the other players to hit shots, they're out of rhythm, and that's kind of how we have to win. So we have to sustain defense, have a sustainable defense, and please move the ball.
Yes.
It worked, and we started getting back into the all ISO offense. So the bench got us back into the game by moving the ball.
Yeah.
So that seems to be something that works against Philly. So, but Tim sees the tape, and I hope he's watching the tape. So yeah, I'm taking us against Philly, and I think it's going to be a close game again.
Yep.
I think
it goes down to the last possession.
And Jalen Brunson for the win.
Jalen Brunson, yep.
Jalen Brunson for the win.
Jalen Brunson for the win. The way they play us favors us, so they put PJ Tucker on Julius. PJ Tucker cannot guard Julius.
Poor decision making.
Poor decision making.
Poor decision making.
Doc Rivers runs the same defense that Tom Thibodeau runs. They come from the same school, but they leave average defenders or even above average defenders just on an island with superstars. And sometimes that works, but that's a really poor decision. It's just not smart. Like, you just can't let Joel Embiid go one-on-one with Jericho. it's not gonna work for you.
You can't let him go 1-on-1 with Mitch.
Yeah, really, you shouldn't let him go 1-on-1 with Mitch. But they do that with PJ Tucker versus Julius Randle, and it works for us. And then they have no answer for Jalen Brunson.
Tough.
It's just a matter of if he's hitting his shot.
Tough.
And I think he will be. I think down the stretch, Jalen Brunson is going to seriously make a case for most improved player. I think he's about to go on a tear because he didn't make the All-Star game. And, yeah, I got us winning. On the final possession, Jalen Brunson. It's going to be close. I think James Harden has a much better game. I think San Quentin is still there, but I think James Harden is going to, have a little chip on his shoulder. But I don't think that's enough. I think JoJo, take the over on JoJo. He's getting at least 40. That's just what's going to happen. But he's him. But I think we win this one. I think we sneak this one.
Tough.
Next up.
Yes, indeed.
At home versus the Utah Jazz.
Oh, boy.
The Laurie game.
The Laurie Marketing Memorial game.
Oh, man.
So this game is interesting because it'll be after the trade deadline. So I think it'll be really interesting to see what Utah Jazz team looks like at this point.
It's true. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
I think they'll keep Laurie. I think they'll keep I think they'll keep the big man, the Kessler, Walker Kessler. I think they'll keep those two.
Yeah.
Apparently Walker Kessler he's like Rudy Gobert, a better version of Rudy Gobert in shorter minutes, and they actually paid Rudy Gobert $230 million and shipped him off to Minnesota, who drafted Walker Kessler to pay for a more expensive version of Walker Kessler. So nasty work from Minnesota, but I think they'll keep those two, but maybe everybody else is available. So you got to pay attention to that. Michael Conley, I think he might go to the Clippers, to be honest.
Okay. That's a good fit over there.
Yeah, they need a PG, and I don't think they want to pay. They was going to pay the Kyrie price, but I don't think they're going to pay anything other than that. Maybe Van Vliet, but
they're going to hope that John Wall is healthy in the playoffs. It's not
so I think they try to get like Michael Conley or something like that.
A little temp fix. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that we win this game too. Like, I think we start off this week 3-0. I think because I think they got the team because Danny Ainge is an ass, and like he's gonna try to get more picks. Like as you can see, he's trying to get unprotected picks for a role player trade. Like my guy.
I gotta say, I absolutely love it here because Utah 1,000% was trying to tank. They traded Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
Yes.
They were trying to tank. And Laurie Markkinen was like, no.
I'm him.
And now, like, they're 27-28. They're out.
Yeah.
They are out of the Victor sweepstakes.
The Victor sweepstakes. They done.
The Wemby Bowl is over.
Them out. Our players might have kept them in that Wemby Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. If they'd have listened, they'd have took RJ, not guarding nobody. They would have just listened. We was trying to save y'all from
Larry apparently guards people.
Apparently.
That was one block a game.
Hooping. So this game, if they gut the team, I think we win it. If they don't gut the team, this is the loss. So it's the second night of the back-to-back.
Yep.
That we usually don't play well. So we played Philly really well on the second night of back-to-back. That just happened. I didn't see that coming at all. But second night of back-to-back usually don't go well for us, one. Two, I'm pretty sure this is Saturday. Like it's a weekend game.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. We don't do good on the week. I don't know what that is either. That's another weird Knicks thing. But I just have no confidence. And then last, we're at home. We are some mid at home. I don't know why.
This is facts.
I don't know what that is about us. But we just can't play good at home. So I think if both teams are full strength, they're going to sneak us. It's not even basketball. Like, on paper, I think we're a much better team than them. But I just think second night of the back-to-back, Brooklyn's going to be coming up. I just think that this one sneaks us. Yeah. I want to win it. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm always rooting for my Knicks, obviously. but I've seen this story before.
Yep.
So this is my L.
I'm taking this as a W if we got it. I'm gonna take this as a W if they don't get it either. Yeah. I'm gonna stick to my convictions.
Fair enough.
All right.
Monday.
Number 4.
New Jersey Nets in the Garden. Tickets start at $123.
Yes, they do.
This is a real team. A real arena.
Is this the game that breaks the streak? Is this the game that breaks the streak?
I think it is.
You calling this a victory?
I'm calling this a victory. So, will KD be back? No. Yeah. So, no, I think even if he was playing, this is the game that breaks the streak. But him not playing, I super think that Cam Thomas has been hooping. I'll give him 92
points in 2 games.
Yeah.
47 points tonight.
Have yourself a day, young man. You've earned my respect because I was unfamiliar with your game. I did not know you was hooping like that. Nick Claxton been playing good, but I think no Kyrie is gonna hurt them. We had them the last time we played, and then we just left Quentin Grimes on an island with Kyrie Irving. And it's just not smart basketball to leave
smart sport.
Anybody one-on-one with a superstar that is currently hot. That's just not smart. Whenever you see a player get hot, that's when you should start doubling.
Immediately.
Don't let him beat you. And we don't choose that usually. And I think that they don't have anybody capable of getting that hot down the stretch. Because Kyrie was not having a good game that game. We were beating them. We had them.
We did.
Then it was just
a point we didn't.
In the fourth where Kyrie was just like, wait a minute.
We're losing.
We're losing. Am I one-on-one? Yes, I am. Okay.
I guess I'll
going to the
buckets.
paint at will. And he did. So without the ability to do that, I think we get the dub. What about you?
All right. You're going to hate me.
Let's hear it.
This is an L.
This is the L?
This is the L.
Okay. Streak continues.
I'm going to tell you for multiple reasons. Reason number 1. So on a Monday, we record on Monday.
That is true.
Take the under of the Knicks to the record days.
We do record on Monday.
Oh, number 2, it's the Nets. We suck against the Nets.
We do.
Does not matter. As I stated last week, we have lost to multiple iterations of the Nets. And we have definitely lost to the Cam Thomas-led Nets before. So that is very tough. And we have definitely lost to the Spencer Dinwiddie-led Nets. The Spencer Dinwiddie, Cam Thomas combo, Nets coming into town, into the Garden, take the under on the Knicks.
Too much.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it until I see otherwise.
That's fair.
I can't do it.
That is a valid point. And it's at the Garden.
Yes, and it's at home, number 3. So there you go. Those are my trifecta of why we are going to lose this game. For some deep analysis, we shouldn't lose this game. Mm-hmm. That's the tough part about it. We shouldn't lose it if we have full strength.
Yes.
We may have some new players on the team as well. We may not. More likely not. But we should win this game. I don't want Edmund Sumner cooking Jalen Brunson. No, I don't want that. But these are the things. These are the times I've been dealt with when I play against the New Jersey Nets. Always. It's always pain, and it's annoying. And until I see otherwise, I cannot. Just can't. It's tough.
Very fair. Can't debate your logic. Your logic is sound, young man.
That's all I got.
It's spot on. Oh, man. Say Knicks for clicks.
LOL Knicks.
LOL Knicks. So this is the part of the podcast where we LOL Knicks it up. So Knicks fans are notorious for going way over the top on Twitter.
They say the darndest things.
And saying the darndest things. I'm crying. Honestly, this is a good one. I opened up Twitter to find the tweet that I wanted to talk about. But this is a good troll tweet. Brock _Aller, ALLER, said the New York Knicks are the most well-run NBA franchise in the state of New York. I love it. I'm gonna be trolling New Jersey until I can't no more. But no, let me pull up mine. If you have yours, you can go. But if you don't, give me a second. Mo Breezy 213. We selling here. Here it goes. Okay. So this is from Nick's Twitter. Stan, I don't know, a regular, whatever. Use at name at JR_XXI. Joshua is his name. But 4 days ago, during the Miami Heat game, he tweeted that a Tyler Hero game-winning 3 over RJ feels imminent. So this isn't the usual LOL Knicks level, but for me it is, because Tyler Hero is fucking mid. Okay, he is not hitting game-winning 3s over anybody. That's not what he does. He's not like that. 1. 2, the fact that you said over RJ, that implies a level of hate that you should not have in your heart. Okay? You shouldn't. So I gotta call you out. I have to. It's in my blood. I can't just sit silent and let you tweet that. Tyler Hero is a bum. If you would have said a Jimmy Butler game-winning 3, I'd have let it slide. I wouldn't have said nothing.
You would have let everything go.
I'd have let it go. I'd have been like, yeah, I could see Jimmy doing that. That's Jimmy Butler. But if you say Tyler Hero, GG's. No.
GG's, you can't do it?
I can't do it. You're wilding out. You getting carried away there, young man. So that's mine. Where you got? Where you?
Oh man, I mean, I don't really got any real Knicks for clicks, but I will say that Knicks Twitter is in shambles over the trade deadline, and I'm willing to put everybody out there putting these terrible trades together on Knicks for clicks. LOL Knicks. Stop, please. Death to the trade machine, please.
Please, death to the trade machine. Did you see some of the like Kyrie trades that folks was going at?
Yeah.
Oh man, the Knicks ain't trading. The Knicks was never trading for Kyrie. The Knicks are not trading for KD. Stop that right now. Like, get that out your heart. That's never happening. Okay, I don't know why y'all get y'all hopes up for these players that were never gonna come here. Like Leon Rose is not that kind of trader. He's not doing that. Give it up. Y'all pissing me off.
Yes, indeed. I hate y'all, but I love y'all too.
I also love y'all.
Give great content.
Yes.
But that's it.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. This was another episode of the Upstate Knicks podcast.
Yes, indeed.
I want to shout out our producers, Smooth Family Entertainment.
That's me.
Follow them on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at Smooth Family ENT. Also follow the podcast everywhere at Upstate_Knicks, Instagram, Twitter. Follow me personally at MoBreezy213. I've been sending most of my Knicks takes to the podcast page. So if you go to my personal page, you might get a little more political takes than you want. But we'll take you anyway. Then where can they find you at, Guru?
At Frostman Guru everywhere.
Follow the Frostman.
Yes, indeed.
Please do. Thank you for being Knicks fans. Thank you for tuning in if you made it this far. Remember, they could take you out the city, but the garden remains in the heart forever.
And never and ever.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a good week.
Yes, indeed.